Catch the wave. You're listening to Wave Radio, your home for uplifting gospel music.
What's going on, good people? You're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown, and I want to thank you for joining me on this Motivation Monday. Yes, people, we are here at Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope church service was great, but I just want to make sure that you hit Monday hard. I know it's the Afternoon Praise. I know you've got your day started, but guess what? I am celebrating you because I know you put your goals together, what you are trying to accomplish during the week. And I know that you came into Monday like, yeah, I'm ready. Monday, let's get this thing. Yes, I know you did. So I'm celebrating that. But I want to welcome you to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown. And this week, we are discussing a powerful theme. And that theme is guard your vision. Yes. See, not your business, not your ministry, not the opportunity, but guard your vision. Because every great thing starts there. Every great thing starts with a vision. Before there's a building, there is a blueprint. Before there's a company, there is an idea. Before there's a ministry, there's a burden. Before there's a movement, there is a vision. And one of the greatest frustration leaders face is this. Everybody can't see what you see. You see the future, they see the presence. You see the possibility, they see the reality. You see growth, they see limitations. And if you're not careful, you'll begin questioning what God showed you because other people cannot see it yet. And today is not about convincing everybody. Today it's about understanding why they don't see it and learning how to guard the vision anyway. And you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. Tell your family member, tell your friends to tune in because this show is going to be impactful. It's going to change your life. Hey, I'll be right back.
Join us on this heavenly journey, one song at a time, Wave Radio.
If you just tuned in, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown, and I want to thank you for joining me on this Motivation Monday. And today, we are talking about everybody can't see what you see. And there's no need to get frustrated because, yes, I know we as people who want to start businesses and we got visions, we want family support, we want friends support, we want community support, but they don't see what we see. And I don't want you to get frustrated. But let's talk about the visionary gap. See, everybody can't see what you see. That isn't arrogance. That isn't pride. That isn't ego. That's leadership. See, research call it the visionary gap. The distance between what the visionaries see and what everyone else currently understand. The entrepreneurs see a thriving business. Employees see a startup. The pastor see a ministry. The congregation sees a gathering. The parents see potential. The child sees responsibility. See, leadership often requires seeing tomorrow while managing today. And the challenge is that people judge your future through the lens of your present reality. And if you allow their current perspective to become your future limitations, you will never build what you were called to build. Hey, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown.
You're riding the waves of faith and grace on Wave Radio.
If you just tuned in, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown, and this is Motivation Monday, and we are talking about everybody can't see what you see. And let's be clear, people. You're watching a movie they haven't seen. See, one of the most powerful concepts in this research is that psychologists call the curse of knowledge. See, once you know something, it's difficult to remember what it feels like not to know it. You're watching a movie. Everybody else is staring at a blank screen. You've been carrying the vision, praying about it, thinking about it, working on it, developing it, seeing it in your mind. Others haven't. So when they don't respond with excitement, don't immediately assume they're against you, many times they simply haven't seen what you've seen. The problem isn't opposition. The problem is information. Don't get frustrated when people don't support what they don't understand or what they can't see. Continue moving with the vision. Continue building. Then people will come around. Hey, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown.
Stay tuned and stay blessed here on Wave Radio.
You're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown. And today on this Motivation Monday, we are talking about everybody can't see what you see. Let's go here. See, Joseph saw a leader. Joseph's brother saw a younger brother. Joseph saw a leader. His brother saw his current position as the younger brother. But see, God showed Joseph his future position. Same person, different vision. That's the challenge of leadership. See, people evaluate you based on where you are. God often evaluates you based on where you are going. See, Joseph's brothers weren't reacting to the dream. They were reacting to their understanding of Joseph. And many people would do the same thing to you. They'll judge your future based on your current circumstances. Never, ever allow someone's inability to see your future become your excuse of abandoning it. Can I say that again? Never allow someone's inability to see your future become your excuse for abandoning your future. Hey, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown.
Stay tuned and stay blessed here on Wave Radio.
If you just tuned in, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown. Let me tell you something, people. Stop looking for universal agreement. See, one of the fastest ways to become discouraged is expecting everyone to agree and to see what you see. See, agreement is not a requirement for progress. If everybody agrees immediately, the vision probably isn't stretching anybody. See, every innovation was questioned. Every movement was criticized. Every breakthrough was doubted. See, the challenge is that we often interpret disagreement as evidence we are wrong. And it isn't, people. Sometimes disagreement simply means you are early. Visionaries often arrive mentally before everyone else arrives emotionally. Stop depending on universal agreement. Stop depending on acceptance of your family, your friends. You got to do this thing yourself because if God gave you the vision, he already approved it. So that's the only approval that matters. Hey, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown.
Stay tuned and stay blessed here on Wave Radio.
You're listening to the Afternoon Praise. Let's talk about Noah. See, Noah looked crazy until it rained. Yes, he did. See, imagine building a boat where there's no evidence of rain, no weather report, no forecast, no precipitation, no historical examples, only a vision. See, Noah teaches us something very powerful. Faith doesn't wait for evidence. Faith moves on conviction. See, many people will support your vision after it succeeds, but very few will support it before it makes sense. And the danger is requiring public approval before private obedience. See, Noah built anyway. That's leadership, people. And let me repeat this right here. I want you to hear this. Hear this if you don't hear anything else today. The danger is requiring public approval before private obedience. Be obedient to God. Move in the vision he gave you, regardless who approve of it, who clap their hands for you, who receive it. Because guess what? You're watching a movie. They're looking at the blank screen. You're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown.
Stay tuned and stay blessed here on Wave Radio.
You're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown, on this Motivation Monday. Let's talk about validation is a lagging indicator. We all look for validation at some point. We all waited for some type of validation some point in our life. Yes, I was there at one point. The only validation I need now is God. See, but validation is a lagging indicator. This may be one of the most important lessons today in today's show. Validation is a lagging indicator. People want support before they start, recognition before they build, applause before they produce. Life doesn't work that way, people. Validation usually follows results, not the other way around. If you need validation before you move, you will spend your life waiting. Some of the greatest opportunities you will ever receive will require movement before confirmation. Stop waiting, people. Stop waiting for people to approve what hasn't been built yet. Build it, then let the results speak. Hey, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown.
Bringing the sounds of heaven 24/7, Wave Radio.
If you just tuned in, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise, and today's show is Everybody Can't See What You See. And let me be clear, people. Misunderstanding is the tax you pay for leadership. See, this statement hits hard. It hit me hard. Misunderstanding is the tax you pay for leadership. Leaders are often misunderstood, not because they are wrong, not because they're deceptive, not because they're arrogant, but because they are carrying information others don't have. See, people misunderstood Noah, people misunderstood Joseph, people misunderstood David, people misunderstood Jesus. The question isn't whether misunderstanding will come. The question is whether you'll keep building anyway. Think about that. Hey, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown.
Catch the wave. You're listening to Wave Radio, your home for uplifting gospel music.
You're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown. Can I tell you something? Come here. Let me tell you something. Yeah, you come closer. Stop confusing confusion with opposition. See, this is where many leaders lose good people. They assume everyone who questions them is against them. That's not true. Some people aren't opposing you, they are confused. Some people aren't criticizing you, they are processing. Some people aren't resisting you, they are trying to understand. See, leadership requires emotional maturity. Don't turn confusion into conflict. Don't create enemies where none exist. Your job is not to win arguments. Your job is to communicate clearly enough that people can decide whether they want to help build. Hey, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown.
Catch the wave. You're listening to Wave Radio, your home for uplifting gospel music.
You're listening to the Afternoon Praise on this Motivation Monday. Let's talk about the loneliness of being early. Some of y'all have been early on some ideas and nobody was there to support. It was just lonely. I've been there. I'm here right now, but guess what? I got God. Yes, I do. And that's all that matters. See, the loneliness of being early is real, people. One of the hardest parts of carrying a vision is being early. Not wrong, but early. There's a difference. When you are early, people question you. When you are early, people doubt you. When you are early, people struggle to understand your excitement. because they are responding to today's reality while you're responding to tomorrow's possibility. See, many leaders misinterpret this season. They think, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe nobody else sees it because it's not real. But history teaches us something different. The people who change industries are usually early. The people who change communities are usually early. The people who build movements are usually early. See, the loneliness isn't proof you're wrong. Sometimes it's proof you're ahead. Listen to what I'm saying. The loneliness isn't proof you are wrong. Sometimes it's proof you are ahead. Hey, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown.
Catch the wave. You're listening to Wave Radio, your home for uplifting gospel music.
If you just tuned in, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise here on Wave Radio. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown. Let's talk about David was anointed before he was promoted. See, we live in a culture obsessed with promotion. God is often focused on preparation. David was anointed long before he became king. The oil came first. The throne came later. The assignment came first. The recognition came later. The development came first. The platform came later. See, some of you are frustrated because your promotion hasn't arrived. But maybe God is still building the capacity necessary to sustain it. What good is receiving a vision if you don't yet have the character to carry it? See, stop measuring your progress by public recognition. Measure it by private growth. Obedience, people. It's all about obedience. Let your growth be fueled by the obedience of God. And watch what God do, not the acceptance of the applause of people. Hey, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown.
Catch the wave. You're listening to Wave Radio, your home for uplifting gospel music.
Hey, you just tuned in to the Afternoon Praise, and today's show here on Motivation Monday is Everybody Can't See What You See. See, leadership is translation. Many leaders think their responsibility is seeing the vision. That's only half of the job, leaders. Leadership is translation. See, the leader's responsibility is helping people understand enough of the vision to participate. See, the greatest leaders don't complain. Nobody gets it. They ask, how can I communicate it better? How can I demonstrate it better? How can I create enough evidence that others see what I see? Complaining never builds a vision. Communication does, people. Excuses don't build a vision. Execution does, people. See, results build the vision. Leadership isn't just seeing the future. Leadership is building a bridge between today and tomorrow. Hey, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown.
Catch the wave. You're listening to Wave Radio, your home for uplifting gospel music.
If you got a shout out or request, hit me up and I got you on this beautiful, lovely Motivation Monday. Yes, I do. And if you just tuned in, that's okay. That's all right. You did miss a great show, but guess what you can do? At 6:15, you can go back and listen to this show in the entirety minus the music. And if you miss any other show, you can go on my YouTube channel, The Business Point Guard, and listen to every show you want to. I promise you, this channel will bless you. These shows will bless you. But today's show, we're talking about everybody can't see what you see. See, not everyone belongs in the vision room. Yeah, this is a hard one right here. See, this one is going to challenge some people. Every person does not deserve full access to every vision. I'm going to say that again. Every person does not deserve full access to every vision. See, every person does not deserve full access to every vision. hope y'all got that. I said it 3 times. One for the Father, one for the Son, and one for the Holy Ghost. I said it 3 times for you. See, Joseph shared too much with people who lacked the capacity to handle it. Not because the dream was wrong, because the audience was wrong. Vision required discernment. Everybody doesn't need the blueprint. Everybody doesn't need the strategy. Everybody doesn't need access to every detail. See, some people are builders, some people are observers, some people are critics, some people are consumers. Part of building the vision is knowing who belongs in the room. We got to put people in their places. People, there are different positions to the vision, and people go in these different positions. And I'm going to tell you, I used to be guilty. I used to get excited, man. I create stuff. I get excited. Boom. I tell people. And some people, they act like they're excited. No, I don't see it. I can't help that. But then they end up trying to do what I did. Why? Because I shared something I shouldn't be sharing. And I expected something that shouldn't have been expected. But that was then. This is now. Everybody don't belong in the vision room. Hey, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown.
Catch the wave. You're listening to Wave Radio, your home for uplifting gospel music.
If you just tuned in, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. Let's talk about approval is one of leadership's most expensive addiction. What are you saying, buddy? Hey, I'm glad you asked. I'm gonna tell you what I'm saying, buddy roll or whatever. See, let's tell the truth. Many visions don't die because of opposition. They die because of approval addiction. People start editing the vision, shrinking the vision, softening the vision, delaying the vision, all because they want acceptance. Approval changes people. It causes leaders to trade conviction for comfort, purpose for popularity, calling for applause. The danger isn't criticism. The danger is modifying the vision to avoid criticism. Because once approval becomes more important than purpose, leadership becomes impossible. Hey, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown.
Catch the wave. You're listening to Wave Radio, your home for uplifting gospel music.
You're listening to the Afternoon Praise, and this is Motivation Monday. People, stop handing your vision to people who can't carry it. Yes, this may be the strongest lesson of today's show. I think I said that before, didn't I? Okay, we got a lot of strong lessons. All right. The most dangerous place for vision is the hands of someone who lacks the capacity to carry it. See, think about that. Some people aren't trying to destroy your vision. They simply don't know what to do with it. They don't have the experience. They don't have the perspective. They don't have the responsibility. They don't have the assignment. Yet many people place their future in the hands of people who were never called to steward it. Stop asking people to validate what they were never shown. Stop asking people to understand what they were never assigned. Protect your vision, people. Hey, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown.
Catch the wave. You're listening to Wave Radio, your home for uplifting gospel music.
You're listening to the Afternoon Praise on this Motivation Monday. Everybody can't see what you see. Accept that. Accept that. Like I said earlier, you're watching a movie. Other people are watching a blank screen. This is not about people understanding or being frustrated because people can't see what you see. No, this is not about that. As a leader, you must help them see the results. You must communicate the results. And every great thing begins invisible. Understand that. See, before there was a building, there was a blueprint. Before there was a company, there was an idea. Again, before there was a ministry, there was a burden. Before there was a movement, there was a conversation. Every great thing begins invisible. That's why the vision requires faith. Your faith, not nobody else's faith. Your vision, your faith. Because faith allows you to work on something nobody else can yet see. The problem is most people only respect visible things. But every visible success began as an invisible thought. If you don't protect invisible things, you will never experience visible results. Can I say that again? If you don't protect invisible things, you will never experience visible results. The future you're trying to build deserves protection before it deserves applause. Hey, you're listening to the Afternoon Praise. I'm your host, Demetrius L. Brown.
Catch the wave. You're listening to Wave Radio, your home for uplifting gospel music.
If you just tuned in to the Afternoon Praise with me, the great Demetrius L. Brown, aka the Business Point Guard, you are late. The show is over. Yes, it is. But guess what? Don't get frustrated. Because I know you probably was at work. You probably was at your desk and you had meetings. I understand. Me and my team, I'm not me and my team because that's said wrong. My team and I understand. And that's why we have the playbacks. Yes, if you just tuned in, you can go back and hear the playback of this show right here at 6:15 on my YouTube channel or any platform you listen to your podcast on. But before I leave you, before I close, I want to say this. I want to leave you with this thought right here. Joseph wasn't crazy. Noah wasn't crazy. David wasn't crazy. Nehemiah wasn't crazy. They simply saw something others couldn't see yet. And that's where many leaders lose momentum. They start doubting what they know because other people don't see it. They start questioning the vision because others don't understand it. They start seeking validation instead of pursuing purpose. People, don't make this mistake. Everybody can't see what you see, and that's okay. People judge your future through the lens of your present reality. They see where you are. They don't see where you are going. You see where you are going. But the absence of understanding is not proof the vision is wrong. Misunderstanding is often the tax you pay for leadership. So stop looking for universal agreement. Stop looking for permission. Stop looking for the applause. Stop looking for everyone to understand. Your responsibility is not convincing everybody. Your responsibility is guarding the vision. Build it when nobody understands. Work it when nobody celebrates. Develop it when nobody notices. Protect it when nobody see it. Because one day, the thing they question will become the thing they admire. One day, the thing they doubted will become the thing they celebrate. And one day, the thing they couldn't see will become impossible to ignore. Hey, I'm Demetrius L. Brown, aka the Business Point God. Have an amazing Motivation Monday, the rest of your Monday. And remember this, everybody can't see what you see. Don't let their limited sight become your limited destiny. You hear what I'm saying? Don't let their limited sight become your limited destiny. Hey, I catch you tomorrow on Triumph Tuesday. I'm out of here. Peace.
Stay tuned and stay blessed here on Wave Radio.